Alright, hello Grim Dunners. I've never done this before, so bear with me. I just wanted to show off my Dreek's Evil Eye Warlock, Tom Cruise. Scientology, occultist, ha ha ha. Anyway, this guy came out a lot stronger than I thought. I had the good help of many friends and some kind strangers. But he's pretty optimized for what I wanted. And what does optimized mean? Well, it can mean a lot of different things to different people, but for me, I wanted to do a build that was really brought out the power of Dreek's Evil Eye. I wanted Dreek's Evil Eye to shine, because most of the time I've tried to build Dreeks, I don't know, I found it kind of lackluster. But this build kind of really proves that offensive ability is definitely king in the game at the current meta. And he has no problem surviving or demolishing pretty much all of the game's content. We're going to do an SOT run. I had a good one earlier, but I'll probably do worse since I'm not as good when I record at the same time. As you can see, this is just level 40 stuff, so it dies pretty quickly, but I'm actually going to lower the volume just a little bit. Anyway, buffed, you can see it's over 1800 OA. What really makes this is frailty. It's just better than I could imagine. Just the fact that it slows everything makes a huge difference, because as something that needs to kite, because you are kind of squishy, frailty just makes the difference. I find that pretty much nothing can catch me if I really want to play safe, but between everything being slow and the output this character has, I never really have to play that safe. Like, I'm not going to stand in the exact middle of a fight, but in many ways I probably could and get away with it. We'll find out. I'm taking the long way, just the scenic route. I guess I'll just go over some other stuff before going on. So yeah, frailty is strong. Dreek's Evil Eye, Blood of Dreek, sorry, is extremely good. Elixir of the Hunt is just handy for movement speed, casting speed. You don't really need it, honestly, but if you're rich enough to make a bunch of them, it could just make traveling a little nicer. Nullification I really haven't had to use much yet, but it's a good debuff on Alchemos, I don't know how to say his name. Reduces his cold damage. And then Blight. Blight's actually more decent than you think. It's not for damage, but just that chance to confuse, chance to fumble, chance of impaired aim. All of that's really good for like monsters that can charge you, rush you. The melee monsters can really screw you up, like the Spectral Nightblades and Swift Champions, etc. It's just good if you're in a pinch and you just don't want to rely completely on your shields. I always pop it against Alchemos, but otherwise, I don't have to use much. My two shields, Frailty, Dreeks, and Blood of Dreek is pretty much all you need, and that's not much. So, now we're in, and the fun begins. So, a forum member was bothering me about whether or not this build can actually be called optimized, saying I could have more move speed, which would improve my clearing speed, and more damage if I sacrifice energy regen. When I say optimized, I just meant optimized for myself, like the way I like to build. And obviously, it's not really hard to figure out that if you want a little more damage or tankiness, you can just give up some of this energy regen that I have in certain areas. I actually don't have that much, so I don't know why that guy was complaining. Yeah, I have some energy regen on that. Get off me. As you can see, I can be pretty leisurely, but yeah. My energy regen is at 109, and that's actually plenty for this. So it's not like I built energy regen in excess, which I've been prone to doing in the past. But I just wanted enough so I don't really have to think about energy potions unless I'm in a prolonged fight. Like maybe in the death room, but otherwise pretty much not. So supposedly these monsters are pretty poison resistant. I'm not sure how much their acid resist is, but Frailty takes care of it, and the best part is the fact that since they rise up from the ground, this build's strong enough that you can usually kill them before they can even get a chance to attack you, if there aren't already spawned. This should be a good example of that. I mean, I could have just done like 2 to 3 casts there, but I don't really take chances. I'm actually gonna skip. Oh, this will do good. So I just popped my 2 shields when I realized that I did bad placement there, kind of intentionally. But if you ever find yourself cut out, just pop your shields, and I have yet to come across it. Oh, that might be a problem. On the other hand, yeah. Let's tank a little bit with the shields. Back off. So I have yet to fight a nemesis. This nemesis actually on this character, but oh, I guess I worried for nothing. He oh, never mind. I forgot about that. I gotta. There we go. Popped my mirror, so I'm fine here. He's honestly not that bad. I'm just gonna. Oop. How long does that thing go? Oh, not that far. So it's not the fastest against nemesises because it is an AoE skill. And I was also playing that really safe because I haven't tried him against that guy much. But he went down pretty fast, and it would have been a lot easier if I just wasn't so scared of him. And if I had some of the elixir that increases my cold resist, I could have been a little bolder as well. Also the storm elixir. Why not? I'm thirsty. Random comment of the video. So as you can see, that those little nightblade guys jump on you. Even when you go deeper in, they don't really do much. And this is basically the gameplay. You just pop your shields every time you come across a champion. Most of the time you don't really need to, but it's just a good habit to have. Just pop them as soon as they're able to move anyways. So, I'm actually purposely doing bad placement, like putting myself between 2 mobs of enemies to show how easily I can switch between one mob and another, and no harm comes to me. So one thing I'll address is reflect mobs, because reflect mobs are mad strong. I don't know if they're getting nerfed in the next build, but they are the bane of most people's existence. But I have 40 poison and acid resist, and when I use Blood of Dreeg, it goes up to 72%. So even though my own damage is redonk, it doesn't actually hurt me that much, even if it's getting reflected back. The reflect champions do a lot more, but just the skeletal dudes, skeletal knights, they're really not concerning. You can kind of just keep using, what's it called, Maven Sphere at luxury. You don't really ever need it. Mirror is like more important for champion mobs that can actually chunk you. So those guys aren't really a threat. This is all without HP potions. I'm gonna do a run without any HP pots. And as for the pace, like how I'm currently playing, I wouldn't say I'm rushing, but I'm not like playing carefully either. Like I'm not going slow, I'm not picking every target out. Like I could kite everything I saw and easily not die, but it'd be a lot less efficient. It's just completely unnecessary. Tom Cruise is a boss. He wrecks. Let's get into actual SOT. Oh good, Sarthu Zellen's up ahead. So I'll show you how I take out him. I mean, I could probably be more efficient with some of these buffs, but it's not really necessary, which you'll see in a sec. So I go through here, I'm going to pop my Elixir of the Hunt, I'm going to pop my shield here, and I'm just going to pop my mirror, and he's dead. One down to what, 4,400 HP? Yeah, not a really big deal. These gates sure take a long time to open. So, that's basically the gist of how this build goes. I mean, one of the reasons it's so good is just that Blood Burst, I mean, weapon damage is not much, but just the fact that it gives you an AoE that's not like dependent on much. It's just a flat AoE, like within a 3.7 meter radius of anything you hit, everything gets hit. And then you have the fragments too, which are, they're actually really strong as well. It just keeps things dying and dying and dying. I'm not even casting Frailty as much as I could, but it definitely makes things take even more damage. As you can see, that sometimes on my top end I get like 7k crits, 8k crit there, even on SOT. And I know that's not like Blade Master status, but Blade Master's getting nerfed. Oop, I'm gonna shut up here, just so I don't. See, I'm like tanking their hits. Once my shield's on, I can actually tank champion hits. Oh, there's a lot this time. Still not a problem. I just keep them cursed, and they all go down. So, well, that was a mess, and that was actually an easier run than I thought. I guess I played it a little better than last time. I don't think my health dipped below, what, 4,000? Wasn't really paying attention. Anyways, as I was saying, Blade Master's getting nerfed, Physical's getting nerfed, Vampirism's getting nerfed, like converting damage to health. That's getting hit pretty hard, confirmed. Physical soldiers in general, probably. So you might want to look at other builds. And as a bonus, a bunch of other stuff is getting buffed. Traps can actually chunk you. So I usually just let them play out. There aren't that many of them, so I don't mind losing a little time. I could run through as well. So yeah, what I was saying is it's not Blade Master clearing speed, but it clears plenty fast. You're actually faster at room clearing, if anything, because of all the AoE. A Cadence Blade Master can only hit so many targets, what, 2? So. And while your damage is worse by a good factor, it's not really, because Blade Masters only get that redonk damage on every 3rd hit, whereas you're critting all the time. Obviously the single target's not comparable, but it's good. It's stronger than Panetti's replicating missile, at least the builds I've made with it. I actually got to try to do a more offensive ability based Panetti's build. It's next on my agenda, if I ever feel like it. But I actually think this is better. I've got weirdly stuck there. I'll just pop my mirrors because they're on a really short cooldown. That skeletal monstrosity was just kind of chilling. I almost feel bad for killing it. So yeah, the fun of this build is like you don't need to stand back. It has enough tankiness that you don't need to like play the coward. Oop. Play that bad. All good. My buff popped. Now it's ridiculous. No reason to go that way. I'm not gonna do a full clear because there's really no point. It doesn't like add to the difficulty. I think I used the potion there by accident because I'm not really paying attention. I'm playing as like loosely minded as I can. Wasn't necessary. I could have just waited for Blooded Reek to come back up. This will be a fun one. Pop my shields unnecessarily, do this, and they all fall down. I'm getting a lot of blues this time. Feels good, man. Don't ask me why I look at my map so much. I don't know. Habitual. So you can see, like, this is not your typical caster. I really do walk through the middle of enemies. I probably said that 100 times already. But it's not like I have a script in front of me, so I'm just thinking out loud. If people hate my voice and commentary, I'll be happy to do a no speaking run another time. Yeah, I'm just gonna run to the big baddie. Oh yeah, so again, I don't know if I mumbled that. If people hate my commentary or find my voice annoying or whatever, just ask me to post a video, a silent commentary or whatever. That's an oxymoron. Just without me saying anything. And I will. I'll do the exact same thing. I'll probably play it faster and better too, because I won't be thinking about shit to say. So, though as you can see when I say better, I say that loosely because it's not like I'm doing bad by any stretch of the word. Oop, that's bad. So, freezing is about the only thing I'll get you. If I had a anti-freeze potion on this character, then that wouldn't have been threatening in the least. But this is not how I normally play this character. This is me just face rolling everything. This is veteran, and it's like I'm forgetting that I'm an SOT. Alright. Oop. Doop, 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 doop. Alright, I'm just gonna wait for Blooded Reek to come back up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop my mirrors. I'm gonna try to pop mirror right when he's on me. Maybe a little early in case I get freeze retaliation. I'm gonna nullify and blight him just to lower his damage a bit, and that should be more than necessary. Yeah, there's that freeze. Oop. Dead. Yep. So I actually paid attention there, and he didn't even get me below what? Yeah, I didn't break 3,000 there, so that was pretty good. And that's basically it. I'm just gonna drop all this loot back in town so we can look at our haul. Let's see how we did, boys. Not bad. Not bad at all. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did a shitty job, I'd be happy to try another video where I do a little better job. I'm new to streaming. This is Doom, signing out.